Hey Cards fans, one shining moment here. A while back I made my CardChronicle bird mask into more of a UofL themed CardChronicle bird mask, still keeping the CardChronicle aspect, but giving it more of the identifiable features of the University of Louisville. A few people on the website asked me to post a video on how to do it, and it's pretty simple. A little bit of work, but I'll go ahead and show you guys all it takes. You'll need a few items. You're going to need your CardChronicle bird mask. This one's already finished, but you get the idea. Piece of paper, some utensils. We'll go with a pencil, a Sharpie, and some paint markers, white and black. You're going to need some sheer black material, and I'll get into this a little bit as we move forward. And then finally, a pair of scissors and some Fabri-Tac. This is fabric glue used specifically for things like fabric and plastic. So I'll take you guys through what it takes to transition the CardChronicle bird mask into the CardChronicle UofL bird mask. Bourbon. The first thing you're going to want to do is take the bird mask and the piece of paper and take your pencil. This one's ridiculously unnecessarily high-tech. Take your pencil and just trace right around the edge of the beak. I've already done this. It'll look something like that. On this beak, you're going to want to draw the shape of the hole. Alright, shown here is the area that I've drawn for this hypothetical bird mask that I'm making. This part right here is very important. You don't want to get much closer than half an inch to 3/4 of an inch to the edge, because if you cut this part too close, and I'll show you that right here, if you cut it too close right here, you're going to leave no integrity there in the edge of the beak, and that part's just going to kind of flop around. So you're going to want to make sure that you leave enough space to where it's going to keep keep the strength of the beak intact. And then what you're going to want to do is cut this part and the entire beak out. So your stencil is going to look an awful lot like that. What you're going to do is lay it on the CardChronicle bird mask and take your Sharpie and trace inside of the stencil the area that you're going to want to cut out. Now, that's going to leave kind of a black line on the bird mask, and that's okay because you're actually going to color it black later again. So basically color right inside the stencil that circle, or that, I guess it would be a teardrop shape, right around the bird mask. Once you've done that, you're going to do that to both sides, and that's the purpose of the stencil. It's reusable. There you go. So you're going to basically just do the same thing on the other side. Draw that teardrop shape once again on the beak. Once you've drawn your teardrop shapes on the beak, you're going to want to take the pair of scissors and cut right along that part. Now you don't want to cut this part right here. That's what holds the beak together. So make sure you leave this part intact. But go ahead and cut around that area there and on the flip side, so that you've basically got an opened up bird mask. Alright, at this part you're going to want to take the sheer material I was talking about. You can pretty much get this at any fabric store or Walmart. Something that's basically see-through enough to where you could see out of it, but if there's shadows behind it, you can't really see into it. So it's basically just a darkener, and you're going to want to lay that right on top of the beak and sort of cut out right along the beak as well. If you want to take that stencil that you did earlier in the shape of the beak, you can sort of trace it off of that as well and just cut out a section that you're going to be using here on the inside. Go ahead and do 2 of those so that you've got one for the other side as well. So now you've got a piece of sheer material cut into the shape that you're going to need for the bird mask. And sorry, you're going to just have to act like that's not there yet. What you're going to want to do at this point is turn the bird mask inside out so that you've got your new beak cut out right there. And you're going to want to lay this down and make sure it's the right size. Once you've established that, you're going to want to take the fabric glue and glue, put it just one strand of glue all the way around the outside. And then take your sheer material, lay it down over top, make sure that it's tight, and let it dry. I also cut out just a little bit of the existing eye hole, just a little bit further, so that you can see out of that a little bit better too, and did the same thing. So that's an option as well. So go ahead and glue that part, and make sure it's tight so that you can see through it. Now once you've done that to both sides of the mask, make sure that it is dry, and go ahead and turn it back right side out. At this point, you're going to want to take your paint marker, the white one, and you can either draw the teeth on. Remember, it's got 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. You're going to want to draw the teeth on, or if you want to dab out some paint and take a paintbrush, and you can paint those on. But for the most part, the paint marker is pretty good. Now remember, the paint marker is going to bleed through to the other side unless you put some kind of a cardboard box or something in between the two sides. Alright, now once you've done both sides for the teeth, the next part to make sure that you do is, well, it really comes down to what you want to see happen. Take your black paint marker, and a lot of the feathers kind of lead to it, and that's sort of what I tried to follow. Like this feather here comes all the way out. These feathers, I just followed them. That feather is kind of the tip of it. You're trying to make the eyebrow as close to the UofL bird's eyebrow as you can. And then go ahead and black in as much of the eye as you can, and let that dry. Also, you're going to want to take some of the feathers. It doesn't really do quite as much on this one, but give it the 3 little feather jets, for whatever reason it has that, and come on down here as well, and you're going to just kind of finish off that UofL bird, the familiar UofL bird look that we've got. Once this part has dried, go ahead and take the white paint marker again and create that UofL bird's eye once again. So that's about what it looks like. So yeah, pretty identifiable there. So that's pretty much it. Here's what it looks like from the inside once it's finished. You can sort of see, I can't really see what I'm looking at right now, but you can sort of see sort of what you would be able to see out of those. You've got the eye holes here and there, and then this is the part that you would mainly see out of. Right there you've got both of the beak holes cut out, so you can pretty much see like normal, and it's a lot easier to watch the game. Alright, so that's pretty much it, all there is to it. Let's review real fast. Basically you start by drawing the stencil, drawing the hole that you're going to be cutting out so that you can look through it. Cut the hole out, lay it on over top of the beak, draw it on, cut it out on both sides, take your shear material and put that over top of the beak, make sure you've got enough to work with, and cut that out. And once you've got a piece that's big enough for you, you can see through it, but once you've got that piece, go ahead and turn the CardChronicle bird mask inside out, glue it on with one strip of Fabri-Tac glue. Make sure that it's tight so that you know, the tighter that it is, the easier it is to see through, the more wavy it is. You're looking through more material, so it's obviously going to be a little bit tougher. Once it's dry, turn it back right side out and draw on the teeth and blacken out the eye. Make the best you can with the feathers to make it look like the UofL bird head's attributes, with the eyebrow and the 3 points coming off the side. And really that's pretty much all there is to it. Finish up by drawing the eye on there. And yeah, so if you have any questions, comments, whatnot, go ahead and post them in the comments box. I hope this helped you guys. I know a few of you guys were asking for it, so I didn't want to disappoint. Look forward to seeing you guys at the games. It's a great way to be seen on TV. Of course, a great way to recognize each other at the games as well without really knowing who you are. And yeah, so until next time, go Cards, go CardChronicle. This is One Shining Moment.